Hi Taurus, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. This is Veroosh and this is the main channel and I'm glad to be here. Today we're going to do a timeless reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising. Should I stay or should I go? And like I said, it's timeless. I also have a pick a card for you guys on the pick a card channel. It's linked in the description and it's should I stay or should I go? Very similar to this, but for everyone. It's a general reading. So what you do in this type of reading is you choose between these two sets of piles and you say, I should stay, I should go. I should stay, I should go. Very similar to like that Daisy poem. He loves me not. So I should stay, I should go. And then I'll explain to you what each of the scenarios presents to you, what happens if you go down that path. Okay, so let's begin. Remember, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. Let's see your first message. If you go down this path, there will be delays. I always think of this as a card of Saturn, but it's a Neptune card. Yeah, so there are bigger forces around you than your decision. So some of the things that you have to encounter have to do with other people, or they may have to do with other people, or they may have to do with other people, or they may have to do with factors outside of yourself. Sorry, I lost myself in a thought. Here is the next message. You have the Eight of Swords. You don't know what to do about circumstances. I feel as though you'll feel frustrated with circumstances because they feel like they're hard to get around and you want to push through them. But in this path, you definitely want to... In this path, there's definitely like... You have to wait. You can't really change the things that are going on around you. You're going to have to wait. I feel very much that you want to push through a wall like this. Just push through it with your Taurus strength. But I feel like there's things that you don't have power over, that you're going to have to accede to, or that you're going to have to humble yourself towards. Ace of Pentacles, there will be a new beginning down this path. It'll be a financial beginning, a job offer. Change of environment completely. So one of the problems with why things get so stagnant is that your current environment has basically provided for you everything that it can't provide anymore. And so that's why there's so little opportunity around you at this time, because this new beginning has to come in probably with a new moon or an eclipse. There's an eclipse. This is a timeless reading, but I'm reading in 2019. There's an eclipse in December 26, 2019 in Capricorn. That might be the time frame where this new beginning really starts for you. But it can be with any eclipse and moving forward as well. New moons rather than the full moon eclipses, I would say. We have the Five of Pentacles next. Okay, so this is Mercury and Taurus communication. Somebody is going to open up to somebody else and accede, that humble themselves and say, I really need someone else there. I can't do it all alone. This is a very kind of, humbling, like lowering yourself to be there for someone else, or to cater to someone else, to sort of welcome someone else in, to let down those walls and tell them what it's like for you on the inside, right? So there's one person who's telling another person this, and I feel like that's where the communication will really start, and where some of the circumstances that are obstacles in this situation you'll start to address with the person or in the circumstance that you're dealing with. So let me reiterate. There's a situation in which there's delays that you really want to push through, Taurus, and there's some roadblocks that are really hard for you to manage or to figure out, but I don't feel like you managing them is even in the cards. Sorry for the pun, but it's not really about you. It's about something bigger than any one person in general. There's a new financial beginning. When you see this new financial beginning, it could be a job offer, then you know that things are finally going to start moving for you. And then you're going to hear, or you're going to be the person who in some way lets down your walls and decides to collaborate with someone or connect with someone and work together. Let's take a look at the different option. You have the 10 of Pentacles here, Taurus, which is Mercury in Virgo, working really hard, a strong loyalty between yourself and other people down this path, financial success, growth, moving together towards the same outcome, trying to accumulate wealth and grow in strength. Little problems become non-problems, because if one widget in the machine goes down, if there's a problem to one person in a situation, there's other people to help and support. So there's no eggs all in one basket here. There's a real kind of separation of equity between different people, between different players, and everybody helps. It's a very communal energy, very, very much to do with family and being there with others, collaborating with others, working with others towards a common outcome. Then we have the 5 of Rods. There's definitely leaving a path behind. There's leaving behind circumstances and moving towards the future. Saturn and Leo, nervousness about the change that you're going to take up moving forward, nervousness about your way forward, nervousness to feel which way is the right way, which way is not. The next message is the 9 of Rods. So we have the Sun in Sagittarius. Hey girl, hey, Sun in Sag. So you have standing behind some type of security, walls up. This feels very much like a sheltered environment, somebody who doesn't go outside of the palace. It makes me think of like The Little Emperor. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. It's a very old movie about the last emperor. Maybe not the Little Emperor, the last emperor. I thought Little Emperor because he was just a little boy. It's a beautiful movie. Made me cry so much. The Last Emperor in China, I believe. And so yeah, so he never went outside and never saw the world outside of the palace. And so there's this kind of helicopter parent kind of vibe going on here, where you're sort of afraid of the potential threats, but you don't even know what's out there because you're sheltered and protected. That is a good thing in and of itself because you're protected and safe. The downside of that is, what if you're missing out on opportunities because you say no to things because you have something kind of good going? Like you have a good family life, so you keep on saying no to all the eligible bachelors, and before you know it, you're all alone because you said no. You didn't compromise for anything. So I guess that's the challenge here. You feel a little bit of threat from the unknown, right? Because you're so comfy and secure in your current surroundings. The next message is you have the 7 of Pentacles. This card in this deck looks horrible. It's not a bad card. It's failure. If you are wondering, this is the Thoth deck, so it's called failure, but it's actually shortened for the fear of failure, not so failure itself. This is Saturn and Taurus. Lots of Taurus energy in this reading. You guys are here and here. This is Taurus. This is like Taurus. So yeah, your energy's all over the place. A decision to go slowly, invest. You can only do by yourself as good as your means. Like you can't do better than your means. Your means are what they are, and you can't sacrifice what brings you stability and strength, because these things are blessings. To have people around you or an environment around you that's protecting you, Taurus, is a good thing. So what I think you're doing is that you're saving for some big outcome. You're saving for something bigger than your current circumstances, and you have to keep holding tight and keep going with that agenda. And I feel like the stress is like in the interim, you will in some way be taking a leap or making some type of decision that you're going to feel nervous about, because it's outside of the things that you have control over, outside of your comfort zone. This is what you're going to get in this situation no matter what you choose, okay? The bottom line is the flirt card. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So this to me sounds like maybe, although every single time in our life is impactful, I don't feel like this is necessarily the most extreme period of time in your life. And I feel like both options are getting sort of at the same thing, where empowerment financially is a real big important thing for both, for you, no matter which one you choose. And so I feel like there's a financial beginning here starting, but over here you're sort of putting the matters into your own hands, and much more to do with saving and investing. This is here, let's do it this way, more fair. Yeah, here you're sort of in some way opening up towards someone, or somebody is opening up to you. And it's a very, very warm environment, Taurus, and like you're welcoming that person in, that energy in, or they're welcoming you in, and there's agreement with that. Let's take a look at more bottom line cards. So bottom line is kind of for the whole thing, but I do kind of take the two cards over here towards that a bit more. So you have the Four of Air, okay? So rest, definitely less stressful than having to beat your head against the wall to try to figure out a situation that you don't have that much influence on. So you'll get a break from whatever it is that's such a difficult thing to navigate. Really, you know, things are sometimes taken out of our hands. We don't have control over everything. And then you have the Eight of Air, which is in some way, again, Eight of Swords. So definitely there is still obstacles in your life, no matter what, that you in some way are trying to problem solve. I have a feeling that some of the things that you need to employ to problem solve the problems in your life haven't presented themselves in front of you yet. So what that means is that there's no reason for you to be upset, because the reason it's not resolving itself is that the things that need to resolve it haven't showed up in your life yet. So there's no reason to be upset or say, why can't I figure this out? Soon enough, something's going to come in to give you that solution. You need another piece to that puzzle, in other words. Here is the next card. We have the High Priestess, Insight and Intuition. Going by the seat of your pants and gut, regardless if you're nervous. You see something beautiful, you're attracted to it, so you move in that direction. Here is the next message. You have Justice. This brings balance and order into circumstances. Things really iron out between you and other factors, or you and other people involved. You move forward at a time that's good for you without creating chaos, because you value the things that are around you, the people that are around you. You're not throwing things out of the way. And then you're definitely kind of clearing the playing board, or the slate with someone, and really coming into agreement in this path, but really for everything. Sorry about the alarms. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. If you guys want more, I did a pick a card on the same topic. Should I stay or should I go? It's linked in the description and in the comments. Thanks for watching, Taurus. Bye. I hope they're okay. Bye, guys.